Okay, so I'm not gonna read this entire post, but I'll put it in the video. But basically, this guy says being porn free made him realize how shitty his life is. And honestly, it's a really insightful post, and I think it just really gets down to the core of why porn addiction arises in so many men. And it's that porn addiction is often used to fill the void that we feel in our lives, the void of meaninglessness and loneliness. This is a negative emotion that many men don't want to deal with, and so they use porn and other stimulus as a distraction, stimuli. Because think about it, when was the last time you actually sat down with your negative emotions and just like thought why you're feeling them? Because when you're alone late at night, you might be feeling these negative emotions. You might be feeling like, oh fuck, like I'm lonely, and so you immediately turn to scrolling porn. Or you might think like, fuck, I have nothing to do, I'm just gonna like watch porn. Or you might think I'm too lazy to do what I need to do, I'm just gonna watch porn. So a lot of the times porn is not really something like, when you're deep in porn addiction, porn is not something you're actually excited to watch. It's really just meant to fill the void of like negative emotions in your life. So if this is something you're dealing with, the first thing you need to do is start building good habits. And what I mean by this is you should be working out, you should be studying every day if you're a student, or you should be looking for jobs if you're unemployed. You should be doing things to further your goals and further your career. And listen, I'm not like a huge career guy. Like I actually don't give a fuck about like jobs, but like you should still be doing something fulfilling in your life, whether that's content creation, whether that's music or something. At least be hungry, at least have ambition, and at least like work towards something. And if you don't have a dying passion, just like you have things that you're not good at. If you're not good at social skills, work on that. If you're not good at if you don't have like any job skills, you can work on that. Learn a language, just start doing shit, honestly. And like maybe even go into your community and start doing something. So basically you just need to fucking be busy. That's like the main thing. Busy people are not going to be porn addicted because they're just like, they're not thinking about it. And sure, like busy people might watch porn, but they're not going to be addicted in the way that like a lonely gooner is going to be. You know what I mean? Because I noticed like when I was watching porn the most is when I was like in college and I wasn't really working, and classes were kind of easy, so I wasn't really like that studious. And so I just had a lot of free time on my hand. I wasn't really working out either. I had no insight into my own life. I was just going day by day. And a lot of young men just like go down this rabbit hole of not doing shit with their life. They smoke weed, they play games, and they go through their life just not really actively thinking about what they're doing. Because I don't know, I think sometimes when you're young, it can be fun to think, oh, I'm a go with the flow kind of guy. I'm just like taking it easy, whatever happens, happens. And, that's like an okay mindset when dealing with like negative things in your life, to just be like, okay, this is happening to me and I'm going to move on. But it's not a good mindset to have when you actually have nothing going on, especially if you're someone who has bad coping skills. You're going to like turn to these things like porn addiction and video games and smoking weed. You just turn to these vices. You're really using it as a distraction, because whether you know it or not, you are missing something in your life. And usually that something is missing is like a goal or a drive. And this will honestly take like years to figure out. It will take years to figure out what you want to do. It will take years. But the most important thing is to actually just keep working towards something, keep trying new things, and keep forcing yourself to grow. If you don't have a growth mindset, that's where things get tricky with porn addiction, because someone who's actually like aware of their problem and working on self-improvement, they have a better time dealing with these kind of things than the guy who doesn't even know what's wrong with his life. I'll probably make a more insightful video on how to actually find meaning, because this is really off the cuff today. But yeah, that's all I got today. Anyways, I hope you all accomplish your goals.